Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about the narcissist, hysteria, and chaos. All right, because a lot of times after the discard, survivors are very thrown off by the narcissist's open displays of hysteria and chaos. Now, the general thing that I want you guys to understand is when this narcissist starts acting out even more than you've ever seen them do before, this is because they are, suffering, chances are, from a narcissistic injury as a result of losing control over the situation, or basically over you being a complying supply. Okay? Let's say you're working on healing yourself. You've decided to block them back or just block them, not take their hoovers. And, at this point, they go into a desperation. Okay, they're going to go into a desperation and they're going to start doing things that you didn't think that they would ever do. Or maybe you see them do this every time you set out to break away, and somehow they're able to manipulate the situation in the past to get you to come back. So you've seen glimpses of this every time you guys get to a certain point in the relationship. Or maybe you've seen this, one time when you finally, depending on how far you really took it to break away from the narcissist. Because a lot of times, we have that idea and the narcissist had found a way to nip that in the bud pretty early on before you could even really put one foot out the door, and definitely not both feet out the door. Okay. So, I wanted to talk about this because a lot of times, what happens is as the narcissist goes into or dives into this hysteria and increases the chaos, the survivor attaches to that energy as well. And they're being affected by it. And now they're feeling nervous and anxious and worried and stressed. Like it's affecting your energy now. And that's why I want to make this video, because I don't want it to affect you negatively. I want you to be able to recognize what's happening with this narcissist and, understand the bigger picture behind it. And then you could just sit back calmly and decide not to participate in it, not to let it intercept the path that you've chosen, in exiting out of this narcissist life. All right. Now, this is good because, you can take something like this into many situations. And I've coached a lot of people on this particular type of scenario where you're absorbing other people's energies. Okay? Because just because they've decided to wake up on the wrong side of the bed, just because they've decided, to be a negative Nancy, it doesn't mean that, you have to connect to that. But the issue is most people that end up in relationship with narcissists, a lot of times they have this empathic nature, but they, may not be the best at managing that division, that individuality, as far as, okay, I can feel sorry for you without absorbing your feelings and your emotions and your energy. Okay. So that's one aspect of it. And the other aspect of it is just sheer information and knowledge so that you're not startled or alarmed when you see this person, quote unquote, turn up the temperature. Because, when the narcissist is doing this, they're desperate. At that point, you won. At that point, you won. Because they're desperate. They're drowning and they're gasping for air right now because they're losing a supply. And they cared. They didn't want to lose you, and that's why they're acting crazy right now. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're literally losing their mind that much more because you've gotten away. They try to play it cool when they're with you, like they're doing you a favor, but as you can see, when you actually get strong and you actually set in motion to step away from them, and they go berserk, blowing your phone up, harassing you, stalking you, going on social media, throwing all types of subliminals. Then I've even experienced a narcissist not even get subliminal with me, like direct, like just flat out saying my full government name. Like, that's how desperate they were for me to have some type of response to them, because I starved them. I went way below a gray rock. Like, I gave them nothing. Like, no matter what they said, no matter what they did, I said nothing. I gave them none of my energy. I starved them. They might as well have been in Las Vegas in the middle of a desert somewhere, okay, trying to get some water, because they weren't going to get it at that point. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to know that when they start acting crazy like this and then start saying even more crazy things about you, disrespecting you, trying to bring you down, they're in their feelings. You need to see that. This is when the narcissist is really in their feelings. They're feeling some kind of way because you're getting away. Don't feel upset about that. If anything, have a smirk on your face, like, oh, the tables have turned. Because how many times did you cry over that narcissist in a relationship and trying to, how many times did you try to work it out with them and, everything was in vain? So let what they're doing, when they start going into this hysteria, when they start, trying to bring that chaos to you, let it all be in vain. Okay? Like, be to the point where you could literally walk past that narcissist like you never seen him a day in your life. Like they were just a piece of the building. Like don't give them anything, because they want to be seen. If you guys used to go party here Friday, Saturday night, suddenly they want to pop up with another supply. Well, I can't say another now because you're not the supply anymore, but they're going to come with the new person, hoping that you're going to be jealous. And then they might even put on a show for you, hugging up with them. And, you could choose to do a few things. You could keep partying like you don't even see it and you don't care, or you could just leave. But you don't have to leave with tears rolling down your eyes. Like, leave confidently. Like, I don't want to be breathing the same air in the same room as you, really. Like, I can go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So they need to become the non-factors for real. All right? But I don't want you guys to be absorbing that toxic energy and letting it mix in with the energy that you're trying to maintain and, create with yourself at that time, which is peace and calm, serenity, okay? Because they don't want none of that. They want you to be stressing. They want you to be upset. They want you to be distraught and startled. No, if someone were to tell you, look, this is how these people behave in stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and you'll be able, okay, they're moving into stage 4. You can step into your logic about this and out of your emotions. Of course, they're going to say things below the belt. Of course, they're going to try to hurt you. They're upset. They're in their feelings and they don't have anything to lose because they already lost the supply that they thought they were going to have forever. Okay? So I see so many survivors when the narcissist gets into this phase, and it's so much unnecessary added stress that you're putting on yourself when you get caught up in that mess too. All right? Yeah, they're going to try anything that they can do to get to you. That's what they're going to try to do. But you have to be able to peep the game. But once they become a non-factor, their opinion isn't going to matter. What they have to say isn't going to matter. But, when we're still in our feelings, we're going to be sensitive and, have that heightened sensitivity towards what they're doing because we're caring too much. We're caring too much. And for that person, I highly recommend that you watch my video, Minding Your Fucks. Okay? And when I get time, I'll put that down in the description. But if you look that up with reflection and progression, you'll find it. All right? But just be forewarned about it. The narcissists, they typically get worse before they get better. Meaning, after the discard, don't think the worst of the situation has been experienced as far as their behaviors. Okay? Now, you may not be interacting back with them or a part of it, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to throw a fit or a tantrum or say something even dirtier or nastier to you now that they know they have nothing to lose. They want to bring you down. And it's not always about trying to get you back. It's just about trying to hurt you, trying to devastate you. This is when they'll say, oh, no one will ever love you. You'll never get anybody as good as me. You'll never be a wife. You'll never be a husband. You'll never have this. You'll never have that. You'll never be anything without me. This is when they'll try to speak that nasty stuff into your life. And you can just rebuke every single one of it. You don't have to do it to them. You don't even have to acknowledge them. But this is why staying prayed up, this is why meditation, this is why manifestation, this is why, saying positive things to yourself and minding your thoughts. I've made videos on that as well, guys. All right. But if you know how a narcissist operates, this stuff will not take you off guard. And this is why I'm making these videos, so that you are prepared. And sometimes we know it's coming, and it's one thing to know it, and then it's another thing to experience it. And I understand, especially when you're fresh out of no contact and you're still raw in your own emotions. The only thing that I ask you to do is just try your best not to give the emotions to them. Don't let them have it, okay? Even if you fall apart after you exited that club in your car by yourself, don't let them be a part of it. Don't let them witness it, and don't let them get that. Starve them, okay? It's the equivalent to, a single mom crying at night, and in the morning she's up and she's being strong for her children again. She found a way to still release her emotions, but she's up doing what she has to do, okay? All right, guys. So I hope that this video really helps someone really, understand what it's hitting for. Okay? Because it's going to happen. And when it does, I don't want you to be the one being thrown off track. Let them be the ones all over the place. Okay? Let them be the ones, in their feelings and full of chaos and hysteria. Don't let that be you. You have enough to sort through and heal from as it is, than to be participating in any of their nonsense, post a discard because they lost, because they're not getting their way, because they're bitter and angry and upset, okay? So if this video resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do have a good library, guys. Go ahead and watch it and take what you can from it. All right. I have a support group on Facebook, Lakia Reflection and Progression Crawford. That link will be below. Just inbox me and let me know that you're a survivor. All right. Just keep doing the work, guys. And I know the narcissists, they be doing the most. They are known for doing the most. But you just have to have that awareness so that you're not the one being blindsided. And then they're not, you're not attaching to those emotions. That's what I don't want. You have enough emotions to sort through. All right? So keep doing the work, guys. And until next time, please take care.